I would like to invite the chairman, Mr. Vishal Patil, on stage.
Thank you, Renu. Why I chose stablecoins to talk about a little bit is because today's discussion panel is going to focus on stablecoins. So I'm not going to give much about it, but for the audience over here, just to give an idea about what stablecoins are, so I thought of giving a small brief in next 3 to 4 minutes. Let me start with stablecoins. So there is a lot of ambiguity where what is stablecoin, what is cryptocurrency, and is stablecoin cryptocurrency? Can I invest in stablecoin and I will get good returns and all those things? So for companies who are dealing with currency exchange and money remittances, stablecoin, to be honest, is just pegged to your US dollar. So it's approximately $1. So it is backed by US dollars. That's how you can call it, as one stable coin is approximately $1, and it is specifically built for payments. So I mentioned the crypto. So you can clearly see Bitcoin is volatile, and stable coin, as the name suggests, it's stable. I'm not going into details because you're going to listen from the experts, and the panel is very nicely aligned. That is Teresa from Clear Junction. Clear Junction has got everything related to stable coins, and she, being the previous CFO, knows everything about treasury and all those things. So she will give insights about that. Then BC Remit uses that particular stable coins. So you can hear from Oliver about real-time experiences, and obviously James is there, who can tell you from regulatory perspective what FCA expects from you if you are using stable coins. So it's properly aligned. So that's the reason I'm not going in depth. And mostly fiat-backed stable coins are the ones which are being used. Then again, there is one common question: what is USDT and what is USDC? So I thought of clarifying that as well very quickly. USDT is issued by a company called Tether. The ones who knows stable coins, they are into it, and I'm sure Clear Junction provides both T and C. And C is by Circle, and that is used mostly for remittances, but both are good ways of, I would say, replacing the banking rails. Then a traditional remittance flow. Most of the remittance companies can relate to this particular thing. When a sender sends the money, it comes to your bank, then goes to the correspondent bank, then the FX conversion takes place, then it goes to the local bank in the beneficiary country, and then the beneficiary gets that, right? But with stable coins, it's a little bit different, which Oliver may agree. Then it's sender, stablecoin, blockchain, partner, recipient, right? It's quite seamless, as you can see. And if you want to use stablecoins only for settlements, then it's very instant. You don't need to do the pre-funding or anything. You have your stablecoin wallet and account, and the payout partner has the stablecoin account, and you can transfer it instantly. So yes, where does stablecoin works best is in high risk markets. Now, where the currencies are very volatile. I am very well versed with Nigerian market, where the currency goes up and down. The Naira goes up and down. Then Argentina as well, the pesos goes up and down. So it's very useful in those high risk markets. Then obviously I'm not gonna talk much about that, because James definitely is going to talk about what is going to come out in mid this year from FCA's perspective, because they are, if not, then maybe ask James. But there has been a survey done by FCA from last year about how the regulation should be, okay, and in the UK. So that should be coming out very soon. And my closing remarks on this thing. So stablecoins is infrastructure, and it is obviously the future of remittance payments. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Vishal. That was really very helpful.